Hey guys, this evening I'll be making a very famous interpretation of an Italian dish called herb crusted tilapia or salmon with lemon butter or caper sauce. I'll be using for this purpose tilapia, small little fillets that I've cut over here, dried them out, cleaned them, just make sure they're pat dry before you use them. And my version will be a lemon caper sauce, hence the capers. So for the sauce, you're going to need capers, you will need lemon zest. Any standard lemon would do. You would need heavy cream. This is my version of heavy cream. If you don't have heavy cream, you can mix 3/4 cup of plain milk with 1/3 cup of butter. Melt them up. That should be good enough as a substitute for heavy cream. You also need about 2 tablespoons of sherry cooking wine, about 1 teaspoon of standard lemon, about 4 teaspoons of butter, about 2 teaspoons of garlic minced, and about a teaspoon of bouillon powder or chicken stock if you have it. Alright, let's quickly start. Put about 3 to 4 teaspoons of butter based on the amount of sauce you want to make, and you want to make sure that you don't burn the butter, so keep the heat to medium. At the same point in time, put your 2 tablespoons or teaspoons of minced garlic based on the amount of dish that you're making. I'm making this for 2 people, so 2 teaspoons of granulated garlic should be more than enough. Just a little bit more. Alright, so what we want to do over here is we just want to saute the garlic a little bit in the butter. Alright, so it's been about 2 minutes. My butter and garlic mixture has been cooking on medium heat. Like I said, make sure that the mixture does not burn. Bring the heat back to slow, and let's start putting the second set of ingredients. That'll be 2 teaspoons of sherry wine vinegar, or cooking wine as they say. Again, you don't want too much of it. The flavor is quite intense. About a teaspoon of lemon juice. Doesn't matter if it's from a natural lemon or lemon squeeze. And finally, about a teaspoon of chicken stock. Be careful with the chicken stock because it's extremely intense in flavor, so you don't want to over put it. Alright, so the mixture has been cooking for about 2 to 3 minutes. It's almost reduced to half. Now at this point, you put your heat to low and move on to the next set of items. Now this is half a cup of our heavy cream mixture, which, as I mentioned earlier, was a substitute for milk and butter. Put the mixture in. Your 1 teaspoon of lemon zest, as well as your capers. Now capers, there's no such given intake, depends on how much you want in your dish and how much you like them. Alright, stir this mixture a little bit, not too much, and on a low heat. Now you want to let this simmer for at least a good 4 to 5 minutes. Alright, at this point the mixture has been cooking for about 5 minutes, and this is at the point where give it a taste, see if the consistency and the flavors are fine with you, and then if so, you can go ahead and stop the mixture. Alright, with this we're going to move on to the fish cooking section. Alright, so now we're here on making our fish. It's a, like I mentioned, panko crusted tilapia. This over here is our panko bread mixture. Any standard bread mixture or cornmeal mixture will also do, but for this recipe I'm using panko. Lightly brush this with salt and pepper for seasoning. This over here is our egg yolk mixture. So you have your dry mixture and you have your wet mixture over here. A little salt for seasoning during the course of frying, and of course our fillet of tilapia. Let's start cooking our fish. So what we do first is hold your fish lightly. First goes into the wet mixture, which is your egg yolk mixture with salt and pepper, and then put it in your dry mixture. Make sure it gets coated nicely all around, gets a nice little crunch, and then you go ahead and put it in the oven. Now the pan is on a medium heat. Make sure that you give enough time for the other fishes to come in while you fry them, and you remove them in the same chronological order because they'll cook accordingly. So I'll go ahead and start cooking the other ones and see you later. Now once your fishes have been cooking on one side for about 2 to 3 minutes, just flip them around a little bit to check if they have a nice crunchy coat. If they have something similar, that means one side has been cooked pretty much. Go ahead and flip them over and pretty much do the same thing. Cook them about for 2-3 minutes on the other side, or until the pinkness that you see in the skin goes to pale white in the case of the tilapia. Alright, so my fish has been cooking for about 5 minutes. That's 2.5 minutes on each side, and it's pretty much done. Alright, so I just cooked some bow tie pasta to go along with this, and as you can see over here, this is my final setup. A nice, neat, hearty meal of lemon caper sauce with crusted tilapia, with a little bit of bow tie pasta to go along with it. So try this out, let me know how you guys feel, and enjoy.